Good morning, everybody. Dr. Bridget Young here from babyformulaexpert.com. I'm a doctor of perinatal nutrition and founder of babyformulaexpert.com. I am obviously sitting in my car because it's snowing and I'm avoiding walking into work. I want to talk to you today about one of the most important things I think that you can do when introducing your baby to a new formula to really help ensure it's going to go as well as possible. And I guarantee you, it's something nobody else has ever told you before. Are you ready? It is to feel you, mom, feel really, really good about feeding your baby this formula. So stick with me. I'm going to tell you why. There's definitely woo-woo reasons. I describe myself as like one woo. Like I'm halfway in it. I'm just one woo. So obviously you feeling good helps you feel good. And that comes through in your mothering or your parenting, and all those reasons. However, there are some biological reasons. So if you feel good about the bottle that you are feeding your baby while you're all snuggled and they're in the crook of your arm, you're going to present differently. To give you kind of the opposite example, I've definitely worked with families who are struggling with reflux or some kind of issue for the baby, and mom can no longer feed the baby because the issues are much worse when mom feeds the baby. The baby refluxes more, the baby cries more. And moms will even say, like, I know it's because I'm so nervous he's going to reflux, and then he does reflux, and so I'm so afraid every time I feed him, so just dad feed him or partner feeds him now. That perfectly describes my point, but from the opposite reason. So if you are nervous about what you're feeding baby, like, oh, is he going to like it? Is it going to cause him constipation? Whatever you're concerned about, you hold yourself differently. You're going to be a little more tense. Even if you force yourself to relax, your heart beats a little faster. You have stress hormones coursing through your body. Babies are so sensitive. They sense that. Babies are nonverbal communicators. They don't speak like we speak. They're very intuitive of these nonverbal biological signals. And so that's going to make your baby tense. And this really can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like your friend who's very nervous around babies are like, babies hate me. And then, when they hold the baby cries because they're like, is it going to cry? Is it going to cry? And the baby's like, yeah, you cry. I'm out of here. That can happen with feeding too. So here's the other thing that happens with babies. I know you all have noticed this. Babies excrete often. They're designed that way when they feed. Goes in, comes out the other end. Food moves very quickly through infant intestines. And so they often have a lot of gas. And they often stool and almost always urinate during feeding. That's how they're designed. So if you're super tense and really nervous that this formula is not going to work, that can cause your baby to be tense. And have you ever tried to pass gas when you're clenched? Can't do it. You can't do it. So keeping your baby calm or doing everything to keep them from tensing during a feeding helps that whole moving system move as it should and keep things moving. Whereas, if they're all tensed up, you can have that self-fulfilling prophecy of the formula's not, that they're not tolerating the formula well, and it's just really, they're having a hard time passing while they're feeding. So that can really, really make a big difference. And I want to take a special moment here to talk to all you mamas who are breastfeeding or were breastfeeding or even hoped to breastfeed, because this is what I do. I see this literally every single day. A mom is so guilt-ridden that she's feeding formula in the first place. Any formula, doesn't matter what it is. And she's so nervous it won't work. And that's compounded by her feelings of inadequacy around breast milk, which are completely unfounded. Your quality as a mother has nothing to do with how you feed your child. But those feelings, this is a good reason for you to kick those feelings to the curb for your baby. You feeling tense and nervous because you weren't able to breastfeed, and so you're all that's wrapped up in this bottle of formula. Your baby doesn't need that tension. You don't need that tension. It only can potentially cause little stopped up gas. So my suggestion is, before you go to feed the baby, prep the bottle, take 3 deep breaths, remind yourself that your baby is loved, your baby is nourished, you are giving everything within you to your baby, and that makes you the best parent. Take that energy with you into the feeding. focus on just snuggling the baby, keeping them comfortable, and you might be really amazed at what a difference that will make and how your baby tolerates the formula. And then if something really does happen and, that's not the perfect formula, girl, get yourself over to my website, sign up to work with me, and then you're moving through formulas the absolute best way you can, which is based on science, making strategic decisions. And that's all you can do. That's the best you can do. The best you can do is called best parenting. I really hope that's helpful. Please share this with a family or a friend who may be feeding and having a lot of nerves around formula feeding. I really hope it'll help. And I really, really believe that this type of work around regulating your emotions during feeding can really make a difference, especially for newborn babies, especially in those first 3 months when, again, they're just all reflex, all sensing. They're like, I describe them as like little rocks with emotions, they don't understand words yet. So this type of emotional sensing is very, very keen. It can really make a big difference. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Keep those deep breaths going and keep reminding yourself about what really matters. And that should really, really improve your confidence going in. You guys are wonderful. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.